Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Obviously, Finland thinks that today's Russia is Stalin's Russia in the 30s, after he decapitated the leadership of his army, the generals. You remember? He purged them. And when Hitler attacked, he was like, oh my God, can we get him back? Too late, uh, Generalissimo. That's how it was. Generalissimo Stalin, too late. Um, if you remember, Soviet Union invaded Finland before the Second World War, and it was just a disaster for the Soviet army. And the Finns fought bravely, and they were able to uh, keep the Russians at bay. I apologize, the Soviets at bay. Now, unfortunately, Finland drew attention towards itself when it decided to get involved in a matter that did not concern Finland, which is between Russia and Ukraine because of NATO. The thing is, one of the reasons why the Russians claim they started an operation, a special operation in Ukraine, is because NATO would have extended into Ukraine. So that's a no-no. That's a red flag. Now, you know, Ukraine borders Russia, so does Finland. Finland was not a NATO member. Now, Finland did not learn anything from this, which means, hey, if you join NATO, Ukraine, we will not allow that. And this is one of the result because of one of the reasons. And Finland does the same thing what Ukraine was not told not to do, because the Russia has concern with its own security, having the NATO army at its border already. No? So Finland does that. It applied for NATO membership. Russia stated that they don't feel threatened by Finland or Sweden. The problem is Turkey, Erdogan holds them um, from prevent them from going into NATO, being admitted in NATO, because they need to change some laws and regulations regarding some terrorist organizations, some arms sales, embargo lifted against Turkey. So we find out that Finland was not part of the whole thing, but it just inserted itself, and now it makes more statements that they're very strange, and I will explain why. Why I think it's strange. They have their own justification. Don't get me wrong, but I think they just drew attention to something that should not have been drawn attention to. So this article comes from Reuters, Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022. Finland is ready to fight Russia if attacked, declared chief. All right, now this title is like this. You have two neighbors, and let's say they fight, and you let one of the neighbors know that if you attack me, I'm going to punch you in the face. Well, first, you were not in their fight. Why would you let them know that if you attack me, I will punch you in the face? It's like you feel that you are in the middle of something where you're not actually. I can give you numerous examples on the same logic when you just insert yourself in something that let's say I go into a meeting, and I go in a beautiful meeting and we talk about over there, and as soon as let's say the CEO steps in, I'm going to tell the CEO, if you fire me, I'm going to file a grievance. Because what? He fired some other people? So, or if someone comes in, I will just, and that person, I don't know, got a speeding ticket, that means broke the law, right? I would say, hey, since you're a law breaker here, just so you know, if you try to rape my wife, I would intervene. Why? Because you broke the law somewhere else. Why do I insert myself and my wife into all this? Why do I have to say that? The same with my boss. Hey, just so you know, while sitting down, and he walks in the room, just so you know, in the boardroom, If you're going to, fire me, I'm going to file a grievance. This is nothing about you, Emil. Take it easy. Take it easy. And for this, I might fire you just because you're just a below 86 IQ. Proven. Anyway, so this is what I see this thing. On the other hand, yeah, Finland might be threatened by its own fears. Not that Russia said we're going to do this. And besides, you do the same exact thing that you're not supposed to. All right, well, I hope you're prepared. And besides, as I said, Finland, this is not Soviet Union from the 30s. These guys can wipe you very fast if that would be for real. If Stalin would have had the opportunity then, he would have used everything in his power to take care of you. But he was backward. He was, he was what he wanted. That's Stalin, Joseph, Vissarionovich, Jukashvili, the Georgian. Oh, my bad. The Gruzin. This is what it was. With his, what do you want? With his, I don't want to use all kind of words because whatever, you know who Stalin was. He did some good things and some bad things. And I can mention the good ones since I think people will say, "Oh my God!" For one, he got his country the nuclear weapon, the atomic bomb, which was okay. Now we're equal with the other guys who dropped two already. So, oh my God! All right. So it's like Russia would say, Stalin would tell, let's say, who was then? Was it Eisenhower? Yeah, let's say Eisenhower in '53. He would say, okay, before he died, okay, Eisenhower, if you're gonna use the atomic bombs against us, we're gonna use them against you. Okay, we're ready to hit you with that. Hey, Stalin, take it easy. Take it easy. It was nothing. It was nothing about it. It was nothing about you. So we read here that Finland has prepared for decades for a Russian attack and would put up stiff resistance should one occur. You can't. They're going to drop a few bombs. You have no way to put any resistance. If you think they're going to be the old Soviet tanks from the 30s invading your mountains and little forests over there in the snow, you're mistaken. But that's what you think. You think in the past. Things are different. They just send rockets. They don't send the tanks and the ill-prepared Soviet army. But nevertheless, this is, it says, the Nordic country has built up a substantial arsenal, but aside from military hardware, General blah, 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 Kivinev said a crucial factor is that Finns would be motivated to fight. A few rockets destroys your motivation because you're not there to be motivated anymore. The most important line of defense is between one's ears, as the war in Ukraine proves at the moment. You insert yourself. Finland fought two wars in the 40s against its eastern neighbor, with which it shares a 1,300 kilometers borders, so 810-mile border. In the 40s, yes. Once a non-aligned country is now applying to join NATO. Great. Well, we have systematically developed our military defense precisely for this type of warfare that is being waged there in Ukraine with a massive use of firepower, armored forces, and also air forces. He said, Ukraine has been a tough bite to chew, and so would be Finland. Well, if you use that, yeah, but if you use something else, no. And it tells us how strong the Finns are. 100,000 Finns were killed during the two wars Finland fought against the Soviet Union. That's true. The nation of 5.5 million has a wartime troop strength of some 280,000 to 870,000 trained as reservists. It did not abolish military conscription for males as many other Western nations did at the end of the Cold War. It also built an European's strongest artilleries and is stocked up on cruise missiles with a range up to 370 kilometers, 230 miles. It spends 2% of its GDP on defense, level higher than many NATO countries. It is ordering 4 new warships as well as 64 F-35 fighter jets from the U.S. defense giant Lockheed Martin. Yeah, they make a lot of money. Good, good, good. It plans to order up to 2,000 drones from the same manufacturers, its own high-altitude and anti-aircraft equipment, and is building barriers on its border with Russia. Good, like Maginot Line. Some 82% of respondents in May 18 poll by the Defense Ministry said they would be willing to participate in national defense if Finland was attacked. Sure, I mean, you should do that, right? So this is what it is with Finland. Nobody asked you anything. Nobody told you gonna do anything to you. You get ready for something that's not there. You make noise. That's good. It's your right. Do whatever. But it's just how should I put it? It was I think more a political move than a. But I can't speak for the feelings actually that my Finns might have. So I don't want to say, oh no, they shouldn't be threatened by Russia. Well, it's only them who can say that, not me. I'm here at 7,000 miles away from their country or so. So I can't talk in their names. Obviously, I can assess certain things, but not the feelings. So they are the only ones who can assess if they feel threatened by Russia under the current circumstances and before, having the two Russian invasions. Sorry, Soviet invasion. I make that distinction because there's many changes and variables between the two. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.